Hey, yo, you ready, Keys?
Let's get it.
Get on your feet, Tiger fans. Let's get loud. Let's go. Let's get active. Let's go.
Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy, Be Easy.
It's your boy V Keys. This is the You Played Though podcast.
All right, Keys, man, we back for another week of NFL football, man.
Another one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So,
Week 4.
week 4 NFL. So we had a lot of games. I know we were just coming off of our college tour down there in Death Valley. So a lot of games we weren't able to watch, man. But we just gonna go ahead and run through some of these games. It's Monday night, Monday night football, man. Who we got on Monday night?
Man, right now we got the Lions up on the Seahawks 14-0. Okay, I did pick the Lions, but that's 14-0 early second quarter. Then we got a snooze fest with the Dolphins and the Titans.
Yeah, Dolphins and the Titans, man. That's a hard one to pick. I got Tyreek Hill on my fantasy, so hopefully he can get in the end zone, give me some points, because your boy not looking too good, man.
Yeah, they're just down. They're down some quarterbacks, so I mean, we don't know who trying out there tomorrow. So
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about one of the games of the week. The Dallas Cowboys played the New York Giants, so that's a division opponent. And Dallas just came off a loss, and Dak said, "Hey, go ahead and jump off the ship." So, hey, man, they were able to get a win against Danny Dimes.
whoop de doo.
Whoop de doo, man.
I mean, I'm talking about a struggle fest. If the Giants score one touchdown, they win the game.
Yeah,
They had 5 field goals. Dallas, I mean, every time New York was getting kind of deep in Dallas territory, they just couldn't score.
yeah,
And I really don't think it was nothing Dallas defense was doing like that. I just think it was the Giants' ineptitude to score.
yeah.
That's it.
And against the Cowboys,
So-
it's a little tough because the Cowboys have difficulties getting into the end zone. In the second half, it was just a field goal fest. But hey, man, props to the Cowboys for finally getting a dub. And we're gonna talk about the Jets and the Broncos, man. For some reason, against the Broncos, Brees Hall could not run the ball. I think he had 10 carries for 4 yards. Man, we just couldn't get anything going, man. So
I know it was raining and stuff, kind of like a nasty game, but Bo Nix. Hey Ryan, come on, man. You couldn't get another touch. You couldn't get a touch for me?
yeah, man. They sitting at 2-2. They sitting at 2-2. The Jets are sitting at 2-2. So a lot of a lot of teams just at that halfway mark, man, at 50%.
Yeah. Well, not quite us. We right below that 50%. So, the Panthers, I was high on Red Rifle. We won. He didn't play a bad game. It's just the Bengals came in. They got to win 34-24. We still put up points. Shout out to Antoine. Antoine was at the game. Even he said like the team just looks better with Andy. Like it's a better flow. Y'all moving the ball.
Leggett got his first touchdown too.
Yeah, he finally got a one. Early in the game, we had a 4th and goal at the 2. We didn't get it, so I think from there, that kind of like man, if we get
The
that,
morale was down. Yeah.
um,
And it's the
So-
Bengals. They were starving for a win. They needed one. They had to have it.
yeah, because if they lost, that was it.
0-4.
0-4, that's it.
Yeah.
And for us, we 1-3, so
Yeah. All right, so the Falcons might be the ones in the division, like you said. They look like the strongest team right now. So they played the Saints, who is another division opponent, and they've been looking strong. But now the Saints and the Falcons are both sitting at 2-2.
So what did I tell you and Pat a couple weeks ago? Y'all was talking about man, the Saints, boy, they looking real and this and that. What'd I say? You remember?
Nah, I don't. What was
I
it?
said, watch, they peaking too early.
They peaking too
They
early.
peaking too early. This is 2 L's in a row.
Yeah.
I told y'all they peaking too early, man. I'm not fooled by the fool's gold dropping 47, then 40. No, I'm not fooled by that. All right, you peaking too early. Lost to the Eagles, and the Eagles didn't even play a good game.
Yeah.
And you lose to the Falcons. I mean, they're not
Yeah.
that good neither. Let's just be real.
They've been
So
they've been
okay.
looking good. They've been looking good. They beat Philly. They beat the Saints, who early on were looking pretty good. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what that division shakes out. There's still opportunity there.
And then we got DK with a touch real quick, a 30-yard touchdown, DK Metcalf. So for your fantasy owners out there,
Yeah. All right. So Chicago took care of business with the Rams, 24-18.
finally, they
Yeah.
finally got a dub. Okay.
Yeah. They got 2 wins on the season. Caleb Williams, man,
I don't even know what his numbers was like this
yeah,
time.
they must not be sexy because
Yeah, he's not mentioned.
ESPN ain't even mentioned him. The Vikings took care of the Packers, and I think we both had the Packers coming out of their division. So
But that was a wild game, though. The
yeah,
Vikings was up 28 to nothing. And
hmm
they only won 31-29. So a fierce comeback by the Packers, but Minnesota closed it out.
yeah,
And
too
they 4-0.
too little, too late, and man, Sam Darnold, congrats,
But Jordan
congrats.
Love came back, had 389 or 4. So that's a way to come back in your
Yeah,
first game back from injury, though.
yeah. Speaking of comebacks, the Steelers almost made a comeback because they were getting drugged in this game against the Colts. Made a late spark, but it just wasn't enough. They ended up losing 27-24. Justin Field had 312 yards passing, 1 TD, but
And speaking of injuries, Anthony Richardson, I think he left that game early. So, hope he gets well and gets back. And we both picked the Colts.
mhm.
So, okay.
Yep. All right, and we had the Buccaneers at the Eagles. The Eagles took a L,
Man,
33-16. So it really wasn't a game.
blowout.
Baker Mayfield, man, hey, he has the Buccaneers at 3-1. So
They got Philly number right now. They blew Philly out in the playoffs last year, and they blew them out in week 4.
yeah,
So this is a wild turn of events for me. I'm like, wow, I thought Philly would learn their lesson,
yeah,
but they not looking too strong the last couple weeks.
yeah. And another game that was really, really one of those test games was the Jaguars against the Texans. The Jaguars are sitting at 0-4.
Man,
I didn't feel like it was going to be much of competition here, but the Jags had the lead going into the fourth quarter and lost it, man.
it's a wrap. 0-4. It's over with.
Yeah. I said it, man. Dougie P is on the hot seat, and
Definitely.
this is definitely not helping matters at all. So
Definitely.
all right, so man, Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders,
Man,
man, they took business against Arizona
let's talk about this Heisman dude from LSU, man. He is out here on a tear, bro.
on a tear.
He is on a tear. He had 233, a touch. I think something like the Washington has had like something like 25 possessions this year.
Mm-hmm.
They scored on like 20 of them, 20
Yeah.
or 22 of them. Like that's insanity.
Yeah.
He's at 80% completion percentage through 4 games, which is the highest in NFL history through a 4-game stretch. Not just rookie, for anybody.
Yeah.
So the boy is on fire. So shout out, they 3-1, leading the division.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Say he looking like rookie C.J. Stroud out there, huh?
And that could be a debate, but I think he's looking better than
Mhm.
what C.J. Stroud came out with, last year.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what the expectations were for the Commanders. They've been really struggling in that division, but it looks like they got the crown right now. So we'll see. And the Patriots, in full disclosure, can't stand the Patriots. So anytime they lose, I'm not sad about it. The 49ers got the win 30-13.
Yeah.
The 49ers are dealing with a lot of injuries
A slew.
and struggling, but they were able to get that win. Looks like pretty easily. And let's go ahead and talk about DW4, man. The Browns and the Raiders.
That's a wrap for them too, man. They 1-3. This is not looking good for the Browns. I did see some fight out of D. Watt. He got in one of the linemen's face. But man, the Browns are 1-3. It's nah.
Yeah.
I don't see any. And I had them as a pick to win the division too, man. So I'm no.
Yeah.
I'm rescinding that.
Yeah. Man, so the Chiefs, man, they somehow continue to pile in these wins in these close games. Travis Kelce, another under 100-yard receiving game. They beat Justin Herbert and the Chargers 17-10. Chargers are sitting at 2-2. Patty had 245.
That comes with a price, though. They lose Rasheed Rice.
Yep.
I'm not sure for the season. They just said out indefinitely. And you know what? Of all things, Patty the one that injured him. It was a pick, and just one of them weird plays. They trying to run after the dude. Patty was on the ground, and Rasheed Rice kind of ran into him, and that's unfortunate. So get well to him. Xavier Worthy had a 54-yard touchdown reception. So that's Mahomes' first 50-yard touchdown pass since 2022,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
But I tell you this, as far as weapons goes, that was a great pickup. That was a extremely, extremely good pickup. He is a speedster, and they are over there talking about Tyreek Hill.
They keep a speedster though.
Yeah, yeah. And Lamar, man, he finally got a win against the Bills, or a much needed win. They were sitting at 1-3. Now they're sitting at 2-2. The Bills are 3-1. And are you believing the hype, Josh Allen? I'm not really believing that hype down there in Buffalo.
Oh nah, I'm not. They blew out Jacksonville last week on Monday Night Football, and the favor got returned in them tenfold. Because King Henry about to put up 200 on them. They found they bread and butter with Lamar and Derrick Henry with this running game, and right now, even at 2-2, the narrow loss to Kansas City, and
Yep.
the bad loss to the Raiders. But even sitting at 2-2, they're looking like they're back in the contender phase.
Yeah, yeah. So, excuse me. Definitely picked them to come out of the AFC. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. Not sure what the Eagles are looking like right now, as far as just kind of how they're looking on film, but still believe that they got some opportunity there.
So let me ask you this: if the Eagles struggle next couple weeks, if they go like 1-3, 1-4 over like these next 5 weeks, is Sirianni hot seated?
I don't know. It's gonna be hard to have Sirianni on the hot seat, man, just because what he's been able to accomplish down there. Um, but I'll tell you this: you do not go out and get a Saquon Barkley and not win the division. It's gonna be hard now because I don't think anybody was counting on Washington being as good as they are. Dallas is kind of still in that same kind of area where they were. The Giants, I don't think there's any threat there, but you got to at least win the division. If you don't win the conference, you got to win the division at bare minimum.
Well, Philly fans don't play that. So if they're losing, they calling for heads. And yeah, you're right. You don't get Saquon, especially interdivisional. Get him from the Giants. You don't get him to go 2-6.
No,
So they need to pick it up in Philly, man.
yeah, and I'm sure they will. And also, man, Jalen Hurts, man.
He ain't been looking spectacular. He ain't been looking good. Like I said, even the Saints win,
Yeah,
he wasn't looking good overall. And they had some good plays down the stretch of that game. So and to get blown out by the Bucks
yeah.
again.
It's one of those things where you got a certain championship window, right? Where you got certain players in certain spots that are playing well. Jason Kelsey, he retired, right? So you take a little bit of a step back. You get Saquon, so you take a step forward in the run game. But I mean, you got AJ Brown. I mean,
He's been in and out the lineup.
yeah,
And then Devontae had a concussion, so he didn't. I don't think he played yesterday. Yeah, man, they got to get it together. And just one more thing for the Ravens Bills. Yeah, the Bills are kind of who I'm thinking they are. Josh Allen has played well this year. I give him that so far. But we'll see as the season gets tighter and you in these big games, you're gonna need a number one at some point. You need somebody to make you plays. You can do it by committee through so many games, but you do need that dog to go get you something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you see the Chargers, they lost Keenan Allen, they lost Mike Williams. They just in
Eckler.
full kind of rebuild mode, right? But Herbert got all that money, and 2-2. I don't know, but yeah, man, we're gonna see how this week shapes up. Hopefully, the Panthers can bounce back. They're starting to look good with the new quarterback behind the helm. Jets,
Yeah.
we look good one week, we look pedestrian the next. I mean, we got some talent at the running back position. We should be able to do better than what we showcase. But we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what this week has.
Okay. And I'm not sure if we could pull up the. I'm not sure who we play next week. Cause they want to get like a quick little, just a quick
Yeah.
in-game thought for that one. But we did see a good week 4 across the board, and we at halftime. One of the Monday night games, the Titans is up 9-3.
Mm.
Wow. And then 14-7 over here,
Yeah.
Detroit and Seahawks.
Looks like you guys are at Chicago this week.
Okay, so Panthers at Bears for week 5, 1 o'clock. So with the Bears offense been struggling like they have, but you know we do have some breaking news in Carolina. Our star linebacker Shaq Thompson is out for the season. Unfortunately, we already don't have Derrick Brown up front, so that's a big loss for the defense. But I think we can go up to Chicago and get a win.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this. The Jets are actually playing the Vikings, man, and our old quarterback Sam Darnold has been on fire.
Yeah,
So the Vikings are looking great, and it's definitely going to be a challenge. They're playing in MetLife Stadium, so we'll see what we can do, man. Hopefully we can get that run game going to open up the passing game. But we got a lot on our plate this week.
y'all playing in London? It's a 9:30 a.m. game.
Oh, it must be. Man,
Okay.
I didn't even notice they have us as the away team, but yeah, I'm not sure yet. NFL
Yeah.
London game.
So y'all in London. That'll be interesting, man.
Yeah, so we
That'd
took
be
a loss
interesting.
and now we gotta get on the jet.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be a good matchup though, because nobody really has a home field,
Yeah.
and we seen Jacksonville go and get wins, overseas. They've been winning more over there than on U.S. soil.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully we can hand them their first loss. We'll see.
yeah, that'll be interesting. Get a little get back.
Yeah. All right, Keys. I think that might be a wrap, but everybody, man, we're gonna go ahead and put our social media handles down below. You can follow us at Uplayedtho. Also,
Yep.
you can follow us individually.
Yeah, V Keys on YouTube, V Keys Instagram, You Played Though, and You Played Though podcast. We got it right here for you. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. It's free. Keep the channel free. Be easy putting out that great content. He chopping up the film, and he been in the film room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he chopping it up, getting that content out for you guys, man. So just make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let us know who your team is. Let us know what your picks are. All that, man.
Yep. All right, man. With that being said, man,
We out.
we out.